There is a distinct difference between existing and living. Most people spend their whole lives doing the first one, convinced that they're doing the second. Existing is going through the emotions. Get up, go to work, commute back home, cook dinner, watch TV, go to sleep, and repeat. Time passes faster than you expect, and before you know it, years have gone by doing the same thing. Living is different. It's intentional, it's present. It actually feels like something, but it's difficult to do. In this video, I'm going to share the moments that I realised I was just existing, and what it actually took to start living. The trap of existing. On paper, my life looked completely fine. Good job, routine, plans at the weekend, but if I'm really honest, I was just going through the motions. Wake up, get through the day, and go to sleep. I wasn't miserable, just flat. Like I was drugged, watching my own life play out from a distance. My body moving on autopilot whilst I wasn't really there. But the thing about existing is that it's comfortable. There's no obvious crisis, nothing forces you to stop and question it. Life just becomes predictable, samey. And you shrug it off, because you're doing well, better than most, so you tell yourself to be grateful and just get on with it. You followed the path, studied hard, got the job, started climbing. And at first, it felt exciting. First job, first salary, first promotion. But somewhere along the way, without you noticing, it stopped feeling like progress and started feeling like repetition. Same time every morning, same commute, same conversations, same everything. And because it looked successful from the outside, you didn't question it. You assumed this is what adult life looks like. But underneath it all, a quiet question won't go away. Is this really it? For the next 40 years? That question built in me over time, and I did nothing about it. Because the routine was comfortable, because I was successful, because nothing forced me to look up until something did. Most people don't decide to start living. Something breaks first, shatters the routine. A breakup, a friendship ending, losing a job, an illness. This thing cracks the life you've been sleepwalking through right open. For me, this was burning out from my dream job. I pushed myself so hard that my body stopped cooperating. I was exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, and I had to take 2 weeks off work just to be able to function. But when I went back, something had shifted. I had woken up. A few weeks later, I quit. And that one decision changed the path that I'd spent my whole life building towards. I felt unsettled, discontent, resentful, sad, and lost. I needed a big change, so I did something that terrified me. I moved to the other side of the world. With a new environment, new people, nothing familiar to hide behind, and no routine to fall back into. For the first time in years, I was awake. Not comfortable, not safe, but genuinely, fully alive. That's when I truly realised that I hadn't been living, I'd been existing. And it took a huge, disruptive change to realise how little I'd actually been feeling. What's the difference between existing and living? Existing is survival mode. It's what every single creature on the food chain does. You're fighting to stay alive, prioritising food and shelter. And there's no meaning behind it, it's just motion. Living is something else entirely. When you start to understand what your body, mind and soul are truly capable of. When you feel genuine energy again. Curiosity, possibility, when you're present in your own life instead of passing through it like a ghost. When we live from our ego, we optimize for status, security, and what looks good to other people. When we live from something deeper, we start optimizing for experience, for presence, for meaning. And that's when life starts to feel richer. Are you living to exist, just getting through the day? Or existing to live, actually building a life that means something to you? How to actually start. Existing is easy, it just happens. You show up, you breathe, the days pass. Living requires much deeper work. So here's where I'd start. Number 1, notice the autopilot. Pay attention to how many of your days feel copy and pasted. Exactly the same. That awareness alone, just noticing, is the first crack in the wall. Then ask the hard question. Is the life I'm living truly mine? Or is it the one that I fell into, the default path? There's no shame in this answer, but you do have to be honest with yourself. And then number 3 is to disrupt yourself before life does it for you. You don't have to move to the other side of the world, but do one thing that makes you feel something. Remind yourself that you are capable of more than just existing. But to do this, you need to take a chance. Time doesn't slow down when you're existing. It speeds up. Weeks become months, months become years, and the life you kept meaning to live never comes. You don't have to blow everything up, but you do have to start choosing, even in the smallest ways, to actually show up for your own life. Because the version of you that's truly living, she's not waiting for someday to take action. If you found yourself in the trap of waiting for the right time, the right opportunities, the right connections, then watch this next, because I explain why someday is the most dangerous word in your life.